Castle the Gilded Cage, a dark mafia love story. A dark romance novel. Chapter 1, The Night He Saw Her. The city was alive with neon lights and cold rain, but for him the night froze when he saw her. An 18-year-old girl, walking alone, unaware of her beauty, skin pale as porcelain, hair soft brown flowing in the wind, eyes bluer than oceans under storm. She carried herself like the world had never been kind to her, yet she still shone as if made of something divine. He, the Mafia king, had long abandoned emotions. His empire was built on blood, fear, and silence. No woman had ever touched him. But that night, the sight of her broke the iron around his heart. His pulse raced, and for a man like him, that was dangerous. Because when he wanted something, the world could not stop him. That night, she became his obsession. That night, she became his. Chapter 2, The Abduction. Her life changed with shadows. She didn't see the black cars, the silent men, the drugged cloth pressed to her lips. When she opened her eyes again, she was lying on a satin bed, the scent of roses and leather heavy around her. The room was not a room, it was a palace. Gold-trimmed furniture, velvet curtains, ceilings painted with stars that shifted as though alive. The door clicked open. He stood there, tall, dressed in black, eyes burning with possession. "You are mine now," he said simply. She tried to run, but the windows were sealed. The doors locked. No way out. Only him. Chapter 3, The Cage Mansion. The mansion was breathtaking and terrifying. House with garden general layout. Pastel peach and white walls curved in perfect symmetry. 10 grand rooms connected by long glowing hallways. Every corner whispered wealth and power. Yet beyond the walls, tall fences, watchtowers, and endless forests shut her away. It wasn't a home. It was a gilded cage. He called it her mansion. She called it her prison. Chapter 4. Luxury and Control. Her days unfolded within luxury, but under invisible chains. The master bedroom glowed with pastel walls, a starlight projection ceiling, and a crystal chandelier. The king-size bed waited like a throne for two. The AI smart mirror analyzed her every mood, spoke to her, even suggested what to wear. Sometimes she swore she heard his voice hidden in its tone. A fridge glowed blue when opened, filled with chocolates and strawberries, as though bribes for her silence. Hidden cameras watched her from corners, silent and unblinking. She tried her phone, there was no signal, no SIM reception. But there was Wi-Fi. At first, she thought it was freedom. She could call, she could download, she could chat. But every attempt at sharing her location failed. Maps spun endlessly, GPS showed only static. Whoever she reached, they could never trace her. It was freedom that led nowhere. An illusion of choice. Chapter 5, His Visits. He didn't live with her every hour. He ruled an empire outside, but whenever he stepped into the mansion, the air itself bent to his presence. She trembled when he came. His love was not gentle, it was fire, it was storm. He adored her, worshipped her, but his obsession terrified her. She feared him. And yet, when he touched her, when his lips burned against hers, her body betrayed her heart. She loved him too. Chapter 6, Exploring the Cage. When loneliness swallowed her, she explored. Video game in the gaming room, every console from history lived, glowing like neon relics. She lost hours in VR worlds, her laughter echoing, though she knew he was watching. Mobile phone in the tech vault, thousands of phones and tablets stood like jewels. She played with holograms, held devices she had never touched before. History in glass, his gift to her. Fork and knife with plate, the kitchen became her sanctuary. AI maids cooked whatever she desired, the table always set for two. Sometimes she ate alone, sometimes with him, but always with the reminder that she was his queen. Bathtub in the luxury baths, she sank into rosewater, mirrors whispering affirmations. She wondered if he wrote them. Teddy Bear the children's room stood untouched, waiting for the future he had already chosen. Fairy lights, coating pods, jungle walls, each one prepared for children who did not yet exist. Herb the indoor garden was her false freedom. Blossoms bloomed under glass skies. A koi pond rippled with calm waters. She sat there often, pretending she was outside, though she knew she was not. Chapter 7: The Surrender. At first, she resisted. She begged. She cried. She tried to escape. But every attempt only ended with his wrath. Not on her, but on anyone who dared to help her. And so, she gave up. Not because she stopped dreaming of freedom, but because she did not want blood spilled for her. She surrendered. She accepted the cage mansion as her world. And strangely, she found peace. Chapter 8: Queen of the Cage. Time passed. Fear softened. Passion grew. He loved her obsessively, but he also cared for her with tenderness no one else would ever see. He kissed her forehead before leaving. He listened when she spoke. He held her as though she were glass, even when his fire raged inside. And one night, when she whispered back "I love you," the mansion itself seemed to sigh in relief. She was no longer just his prisoner. She was his wife. His queen. Chapter 9: The Children. The untouched rooms filled with life. A daughter who danced under fairy lights. A son who built worlds with coding toys. Another who played piano in the music room. And the youngest, who chased koi fish in the indoor garden. Laughter echoed where silence once reigned. The cage mansion was no longer just a prison. It became a kingdom. Chapter 10: The Eternal Cage. Years passed, but nothing changed outside. The fences stood tall. The forest whispered with secrets. The world never found her. She never knew where she was. And yet, within the mansion, she had everything. Love. Children. Luxury. Security. She was still a prisoner. But she no longer cared. Because in his arms, in their world, she found something stronger than freedom. She found belonging. The cage mansion became her eternity. And she accepted it. Sparkles the end sparkles.